Hello everyone, this is Joanna, and today I'm going to share with you a nail stamping demonstration. This was requested and asked that I show how I do my nail stamping. I don't have any special techniques, and mine is a little different probably from everybody else's because people stamp differently, but what I'm going to show you today is actually what works for me. So I'll start off by showing you the supplies that I will be using. The nail stampers, this one is a good one to have because of the double-ended side, which I see that I need to clean that off. And this is the bigger side. The reason I have the white one is because sometimes when I stamp with a red or a pink, you can't really see it on the red, so we'll be using this. And I have a sponge because one of the looks that I'm going to show you requires sponging. And these are the nail pads that I like. I get these from Sally's, the Salon Secrets. It's just a little double-sided pad for wiping the plate off. And then, of course, my nail scrapers, which I like the plastic ones, and Q-tips. I will show you really quick. I've said before, this comes in a package like this. This has a metal end on it, if you can see that, and I don't really like this, so I just discard this until I can find another use for it. But I love this double-sided stamper. That's $6.99 whenever I get it, and my scraper, the plastic one, I keep an extra one of those. So, one of the things that I also use in my stamping is acetone. The reason I have the Target Up and Up brand is because I had bought several of those. They were like $1.49 when I found them, and I think I picked up like 6 of them. So this is what I do to my stamper and my scraper, my stamper and my plate. Prior to me stamping with any of my plates, I will run some acetone along them to clean them prior to use. My nails I polished a while back, maybe about 3 or 4 hours ago. So what I'm going to show you first, and I'll try to hurry through this and get to the stamping for you, are the polishes that I have used on my fingers, so that way you'll know. The first I will start with are these 3. I have a French on this finger, which is this one by OPI. It is called My Boyfriend Scales Walls. It's a very light gray, like before you get to white. This one is the Illamasqua Nomad, which I have on this finger here. And I used these little guides to do the French manicure. And over top of that, I used In the Spotlight Pink on these 2, so it's clear. My base coat on all of my fingers today was 2 coats of Sèche-Vite Clear. I normally use 1. The black that I have, this is either 99 cents or $1.99. I have that on 2 fingers here because I'm going to show you 2 different things. This is Wet n Wild's Ebony Hates Chris. On my thumb here, I have Essie Lilacism, very pretty lavender color. On my pinky finger here, I have Club Havana. This is like $1.99, so most of the nail polishes I'm using are drugstore. On this finger here, this is a little color. I like this so much that I bought the big bottle. This color is called OPI Designer De Better. It's a very beautiful gold color. On my pinky finger here, I have this one called Shocking Seas by Maybelline Color Show. And on this ring finger here, I have the L'Oreal Because You're Worth It. It's gold. And then lastly on my thumb, I have Gothic Lolita by China Glaze. And over top of my stamping, I will be using this Conad polish here. So the first thing I'm going to show you, I believe, is just simple stamping. I'm going to show you 3 designs that are just that stamp only. What I'm going to use for the first one is this color by Maybelline Color Show. This is a regular polish. It is called Amethyst Ablaze. Now, I will say really quickly, I think it works better when you stamp like this, when you roll it, instead of just doing one of these numbers. That normally doesn't work out too good. So I just like you line it up a little bit and you roll. Now, this is coming from my phone, so I'm going to try my best to do this entire thing in frame. And the polishes that I will be using to stamp with today are a mix of Conad and regular drugstore polishes. And I know that these color shows are supposed to be like $2.97 at Walmart or something. So I've got that right there. And I'm going to try to put this right here for you. And See that? Took right there like that. And I'm going to do another one that is just simple stamping. Now this is where I use the acetone. As you see, I'm going to clean my scraper off. And I'm going to bring my next plate. This one is going to go over top of the Designer De-Better polish. And the polish that I'm going to use for the next step I'm going to show you is the Nomad Gold Black polish. This one is not as stark black as the other polish. And when you're doing this, you work kind of quickly. You'll see in a lot of videos on YouTube when you're talking and trying to do this, it can dry pretty quickly. I love this look right here for Christmas. Okay? That houndstooth. I think this is one of the best taking stamps that there is. It takes really, really well. And what you do, like when you get nail polish around, like on the skin, you just use nail polish remover. I was using acetone, but now I use regular nail polish remover, and I'll show you in a bit which ones those are that I use. So the next simple stamping technique is I'm going to show you is this little necklace here on the black. And for that, I use the, again, Maybelline Color Show Bold Gold. This is a really excellent polish for stamping. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to take one of these necklace designs, and I'm going to put it on this black. Okay. We're going to get that right there. And I'm going to try to aim that like that. And that takes very good, if you can see that, hopefully. Let's see. So the next thing that I'm going to show you is I have what I call combined looks. And the first combined look that I'm going to show you is from, I call these my borrowed looks, but they're really inspired looks, and I'm going to have 4 of those. So I wrote it on this card. These are the people whose looks that I will be calling my inspired looks today. Nails by Laura. I'm going to be trying the Cancer stamp from hers. Candyish Makeup, which is what I'm going to show you right now, a design I borrowed from her. And then Rhea 22 and Anna's Nail Art. So I will tell you when I'm doing each one of their looks. Now, the first combined look, as I said, I'm going to show you. I'm going to be using Conad regular pink polish in white, and I'm going to be using the small end of this stamper. So what I'm going to do really, really quick is I'm going to switch off my scrapers here. Now this look I got from candyish.com. That's her name on YouTube. She did a look using a different colored polish by Orly, but I loved what she did, and I ordered these plates specifically for that look. So I'm going to try to see if I can show you that look. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to try to put it on at a little bit of an angle there. And hopefully, this was something that I liked. You can like barely see it, but it makes it look like your polish has a bit of a lift to it. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take the next plate, and we are going to use the white polish. Now these are also what I call combined stampings because you're using one color in the background and another color on top. And I'm going to go for these hearts right here. And I really liked when she did this because I hadn't thought of this before her video. We're going to take this right here and we're going to try to line it up right up on top of there. See that? And you get that little bit of a background there with the heart on top. Okay. Now the next thing I would like to show you is a combined look that was all mine, in which I take the butterfly from this plate and a couple of flowers from this plate. And I did this first on my own, I think last summer or the summer before. And everybody at work thought that I had nail stickers on. The first Conad color polish that I bought, in fact, was this pastel blue because someone had done a video on how well it took over black polish. So I'm going to show you that on this finger here. This will also involve the use of my fairy dust. So what I do is I take randomly any flower, and a lot of times this is when I will pull out the majority of my conad plates. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this set of blue flowers right here. This is when I will usually mix up solids with sheer, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Okay, now that is the blue. You can hardly see that, but we're going to lay that down right there. Now see how some of those flowers are solid and some of them are hollow on the inside? What I like to do is to do one flower like that, and then I come in with a white, and I go for like this flower over here in the corner with this little point here, and I try to aim that like right down over that right there, and I just love the look of that black and that white and the light blue. And then what I do is I love this fairy dust, and I can put this right over here, and it just gives it the most prettiest look. This is a look that I have discussed on YouTube, but I had not actually shown a demo. Can you see that? How that looks? It's very pretty, and it's a look that nobody believes that I did. Okay, the next thing that I would like to show you is a look that I learned from Mraya 22. I'm going to use this polish here. And what she did that I liked, that I learned from her, is she took this plate right here, which I'm going to clean that with acetone, and she took these circles that I'm going to show you here, and she made that a background look. And what she did in her video was she had stamped in black and then went over it in colored polishes, and since I already had colored polishes, I did that. That was another look I think I put up on Instagram because it was a look from her, which I said that this look was from her channel. Now you take this yellow and you see you put it over there like that, and it gives that a little bit of a background, a little bit of texture. Then what I like to do, and this is where I'm going to be mixing up two colors on one plate. We're going to take this plate right here. We're going to go for that design right there. I am going to put purple on top and green at the bottom. And what I hope that I get, the effect that I'm going for, is to have a flower with green stems. But what she did was she stamped all of this in black and went back over it with those little Meiji pen type colors, which I got some of the 99-cent ones, but they didn't work out so good. So we're going to do this right here. And I'm going to scrape that across. And I'm going to use this little end right here. I got a bit of white on there that I don't want, but we'll see. We're going to lay that across the bottom there, and see that gives us some texture. Now, I think the next thing that I'm going to show you, I'm going to clean this up here. Let's see. The next thing that I'm going to show you is some sponging involving the yellow, again, and the orange, and the red. And this was a look that I got from Anna's Nail Art. Now, I had mentioned before that I had been doing my leopard look using this plate right here, in which I alternated this design right there, that little leopard looking one. But it was from her that I learned about the sponging with the conad polishes, because I didn't know that I could do that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to give this gold here, there, a little bit of texture. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sponge this red on there, just a little bit of anywhere. So we're going to move that one out of the way. We're going to sponge this yellow here, just on the next side over here. And these are conad polishes, and I had always read on their site that you couldn't use them as regular nail polish because they don't dry. But I never thought about sponging them until I saw her website. And they do dry kind of quickly. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this orange, and I'm going to put a bit of that right there. Okay. And then the last thing that we're going to use is a color from Sally Hansen called Forbidden Fudge. And I'm just going to put this here, probably on this little spot right there. See if I can get that there. Okay. So what you have is a look like that. Right there. So while that is drying, I'm going to show you another look. Now this is one that I've had a little bit of difficulty with. And I got this look from Nails by Laura. And she used this pink and this plate right here with the cancer symbol. And I tried this and it did not work out for me. I hope it works out for me now with you guys, but if it doesn't, please excuse me. I've been working with some of these French tips, and I'm not having too much success at it, but we're going to try this. Okay? You scrape that off right there. And she lined it up with her nail. This is where my problem is coming. Okay. Well, that took better than it did for me before, and as you can see, I smudged the corner of my nail there. But it took better than it did for me before. But I'm going to keep working on this because I like anything that supports cancer. And I happen to have another plate that has little cancer symbols all over it. So, the next look I'm going to show you is the French look. And I believe I have one more look to show you. But this was a look also that I did on here. I talked about it. I didn't do it. And it's also one of the pictures that is posted on the OrionStarsWowSoCool.com website. I had posted a video about the pictures that I submitted. Now for this look, what I used again was my dark purple polish. And I think I went for this little design right here. And what I did was, let's see if I can get this over here for you. Was I used two colors, and this was like the second look I came up with that I was kind of proud of. So I get that right there, and I just line that across that line. And the thing that I like, the Conad stamping and stamping in general is advertised as a nail art way to get a airbrushed look without it being airbrushed and without having to pay that price, you know, that you pay to get your nails done. What I liked about it is it was an inexpensive way for me to do my own nails. Now this one, when I first did it, the effect that I got happened by accident. I was trying to actually line the butterflies up even and they came out crooked, which ended up being very good. So when I tried to do it the second time, they actually came out straight, which was odd because that wasn't what I wanted. So we got this butterfly. What I'm going to try to do is put this off at an angle. Okay, and I like that. And what I had done at that time was I had taken one of these rhinestones and had put that in there. So the last thing that I'm going to do is another combined look where I just use two colors. So I think I'm going to try the yellow and the pink. I think those two might show up on this teal, but I'm not at all certain. And all you do for that is when you use more than one color, you make sure that the direction that you're scraping in doesn't cause the colors to blend unless you're doing a design where you would want that to happen. Okay, and then once we're done with this, I'll go back and show you the sponging part. Now, I've got this one here, and you see I've got two colors there. So what I'm going to try to do is get that. And see, that took, except for I got a piece of it right here. Okay. Now, the very last thing is to finish up the look that I learned from Anna's Nail Art. We're going to use this plate again, this design right here. We're going to use my gold black polish. And as you recall, we've got that right there. I'm going to put that there like that. Great. I'm going to pick up that image. Okay. Now, when I first started using my Conat kit, you know, it was weird because some plates have plastic on them and they don't tell you. My Conat plates don't have any plastic on them at all. And some do, like the Shany plates and the Bundle Monster, but they're now putting blue on top of there so you can see it. Also, when I do this look, this time I like to use my Golden Enchantment. Let's see, that adds to the look. Now, to top everything off, I'm going to use my Conad top coat. I like the Seche Vite, and this is the one that I told you guys many times before. They sent it to me kind of yellowish, but certain nail polishes have made it more yellowish, and it doesn't ruin anything. It's just since I don't like this, and I've done a demo on 10 fingers, I'm going to use this to try to also help use it up. This top coat is pretty good, but I like the Seche Vite because it dries quicker and it doesn't smear my design. Other top coats do smear the design. And this one doesn't dry as fast, but nonetheless, it's still good. And you'll find that when you add a top coat, it just brings out your design. Now, even when I use something like my Fairy Dust or my Golden Enchantment, I still put a top coat on top. And this top coat, any top coat, does bring your design out. So here is the Imraya look, my French, simple stamping. And then we'll do the same thing over here. Okay, so, and then what I use is I clean up with, you know, nail polish remover, just regular nail polish remover. And I really like this look because it looks like something is behind there. That's what I loved about this. To other people, you know, you see a cast of a different color. Now, I will say, cleaning the plates is real easy. While I do use acetone, during stamping, because it dries really, really fast, it doesn't have oils in it like nail polish does. When I use it on my plates, they end up looking like this. And that's all of them, Bundle Monster, Conad, what have you. They're not ruined when they look like this. It's just because the acetone is drying. So what I do when I'm completely done with my manicure, I use regular nail polish remover to clean my plates up. And I normally use a generic one like CVS or something like that, and not the ones that I use for my nail polish because that's just a waste. You want your good removers for your nails. So see, once you clean those up with regular nail polish remover, they are okay. They are fine. And again, see, like this one, I just clean all these up. But nail stamping, it's something nice for us to do, and it's not hard. It's just getting used to it. So a lot of people recommend, and I agree with, when you have on a manicure before you're going to take it off, just practice. It's just a matter of getting used to what you're handling. And it's easier to go in this direction than to just stamp down. So, I hope that this helps anyone. And if you have any other questions, please let me know. And everyone have a great day.